And so it begins.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Welcome back. Welcome back to the Michael Butler Butz Show, Quarantine Show, Quarantine. Live, ladies and gentlemen, with a special guest today, the one and only, ladies and gentlemen, Nigel Hall.
Oh, man, I don't need them kind of intros, man. Listen, this is my time off. So you can just call me.
Come. Oh, all right. Let's do that over again. But wait. Should I sack the theme and come back with like a whole other theme for today?
You got a theme.
Yeah, but see, I was playing a theme and it's a high energy theme, but that's right. You can't hear you can't hear my audio. Wait. You know what we can do? It's the old Butz Show theme. Wait, I think you can hear it through my headphones. Wait, hold on.
Is it the Alan Hoffman show?
It is.
Yes. All right, that's worthy.
Ladies and gentlemen, Nigel Hall. Ah! Hey.
I'll be here all night. Glad to be here.
See, that's part of this is that this is basically like a janky setup where we just whip together. And I don't have no offense, Lammy, okay? It's not your gear and your skills per se. It's just that I don't know how to set up a feed with it's my own shortcomings. We're getting the talk back, Nige, through your thing somehow. I don't know what you did. But it's just because, I don't have the ability or the right chords at this point because we're quarantined. It's like we just tried to go shopping for chords. And, it's in the mail. It's like that. And there's no mail service so we can find for gear that says, anything sooner than, a month. You're going to have to wait on that shit is basically their response. Okay, here's your gear and you'll get it someday. So, maybe someday you'll be able to hear the background music, properly. And right now I'll just give you an audio play-by-play. And for those listening, I do have a sort of consistency over the years. I've come to, my favorite sound beds for certain parts of the show. This is behind the Butz Show right now. We'll get back to you, Nigel.
That's fine.
Yeah, no, I know.
Look, I'm Baba Booey right now.
Nah, Nigel.
Nah, Nige.
Nige. So, for the listening audience, what you're listening to in the background is a really groovy track called "My Lady" by the Crusaders, and that's what you're listening to, Nigel. That's what you can't hear.
No sample. Yeah, I know. I wish I could hear it.
Right.
Should I go on my computer and pull this up?
I mean, what, the song? Just so you have it?
No, I mean the feed.
Oh, the feed. It could be cool for you to see because, you get to see John Lammy, of course, is my talented producer, and he's been really stretching out with the slideshows in the top right corner.
Out.
Yeah, just kind of hanging loose.
I'm stretching out with the fall.
Oh my God, Nige.
What's the website?
The website. It's my page. We're live on my page. Just page. Oh right, you and Facebook are.
That's right. I'm not on Facebook.
He's not even.
That's perfect.
Jeez, he can't even see it.
Never heard of it.
Never heard.
Never heard of it.
Unbelievable.
No one knows about it.
I've tagged your ghost.
Yeah. That's actually my fan page.
Right. And you have fans.
I have some fans.
Yeah.
I'm actually psyched about that. Still.
I think we're all doing our best. I'm still. We got to figure out why
Chandler
I hear
Gerald,
myself.
I do my best.
You're right, exactly. I do my best. And that's a thing, I didn't greet you properly. I'm still trying to figure things out. The whole snafu. My dear sweet brother Noomsy.
My dear.
Nige, this has been a real challenging period. For those of you, I know I'm caught up with your situation somewhat. You're back home safely in New Orleans, in relative safety in New Orleans. Basically, Lettuce had a European tour. For those of you who don't know, Nigel plays keys, and he's also a singer, and he uses all of those skills in the band Lettuce. And they had a tour in Europe, and they had to sort of cut it short and get back home ASAP, stat.
Well, the story is as follows. We were playing in Copenhagen. We had a gig in Copenhagen that night, and we ended up having to go home. And they were like, do you want to go home? What do you want to do? Do you want to go home? You want to go to jail? You want to go home?
Right.
And I was like, I want to go home.
Yeah.
And by 6 o'clock in the morning, they had us on a plane ready to go home.
Good. Beautiful.
And I was very, very happy about that.
And that's to the credit of your management, isn't it?
Yes. Big shout to my man Bo Williams.
Yeah. Shout out to Bo,
who is the fucking man, and got us on a plane in hours of the gig. Because you have to understand, we didn't have any clue about, whether or not Trump was going to go on TV and say some shit and renege on it, because he's such a moron. You can never take anything he says seriously. So being a traveler from the U.S., coming back into the States after he put a ban on, the whole shit, it's just like, okay, wait, are we rushing toward the fucking thing? And now I was going through Paris, and the airports hadn't gotten crazy yet. I landed in Detroit and went through customs like a breeze in Detroit, and
right.
I was not expecting that at all.
Right.
But had we gotten there any later than we did, it would have been a problem, and I'm sure of it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's real out there. We've been talking, I don't know if you're aware of this, but Dex is in Australia, and Australia is literally has just issued the shutdown order effective Tuesday. And
really?
we're actually that's like a teaser. I'm going to do a segment with Dex a little later on if he's around. But honestly, I thought about bringing him in on this right now, but I can't even imagine. It's kind of a fun segment to say we're making a choice. The idea with Dex is, do you stay in a fairly remote part of Australia in the beach where nobody is, maybe
right.
the food isn't, your options for food are going to be limited and could get very limited, but as far as safety and keeping everyone safe by social quarantine, social distancing, you can do it in paradise in great weather, perfect. He underscored paradise.
Right.
So paradise, which we all would like to be right now. Choose that, or do you want to be shut out from your home for at least 2 months, or something like that? Theoretically, you have to be prepared that you're in it for the long haul out there. I can hear me a little bit. I'm just going to be saying that here and there.
No, it's all right.
All right.
Gotta work it out.
So yeah, he has to make that choice.
Right.
Yeah.
But you know what? Australia is super hard to just off the break. It's just so hard to get in and out of anyway.
Sure.
So I can only imagine, the vibe that Australia is getting right now, especially from the States. It's gotta be fucking gnarly, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and that's the thing. But here's another caveat. Is that Australia has locked things down. They have shown a certain firmness in leadership, whether it's heavy-handed or not. It's designed at this point to be effective measure to curb there's the outbreak over there as best as possible. So, do you trust them? Do you trust their leadership to do a more serviceable job at that right now, or do you trust our leadership to do a more serviceable job?
Well, honestly,
Yeah.
I mean, really, I don't know. I think I trust everybody else more than I trust America right now.
It's
Just on this.
yeah. It's weird
It's
that we
just
never
hard.
would. Yeah,
It's hard.
we never would have said that before. I can't remember ever thinking that would ever be the case, but like the way that they demonstrated their response being slow and being in denial of it, we're all there. It's almost as if like I shouldn't have to break all that down to anyone listening. You know what I mean?
Right.
It seems pretty clear for all concerned that the U.S. response could have been better, should have been better, might have been better, even if you just say, starting with the fact that Trump fired the team for early response to this exact sort of thing, in 2018, and never replaced them with anything. So we were as unprepared going into it, and everything that happened over a period of time when it was introduced to the world as a problem before it came here, we did not react on time. And now we're behind in much of the ways that some of the countries who have had bigger problems with this, have been and are now, in dire straits. So it's a tough thing to want to trust the curve that you already know you're behind in this country to walk back in. So it's a tough decision, but, also his family is here and, his insurance is here. It's just like, I don't know. It's a tough question. So anyway, people are feeling it all over. They are sort of restricting movements. I keep wondering which is the day, when we hear stricter language in Massachusetts, when they tell me that, like, I can't do, me and Lammy can't come in and do this show here. You know what I mean? Like,
right. Well, they've already put on New Orleans, as far as I know, they have put the ban on people going out just randomly. And the funny thing is the bar that's across my street, which we affectionately call the Slop Bar.
yes.
That place is still open. You
Yeah.
know? That place is still open, and I can't even believe that place is still open.
I mean, Nigel, how many people? Like, because what I'm hearing is that New Orleans is actually, I think what we were about third is the official proclamation, the third worst affected city in America.
Yeah.
And here we are. Now, with that, bearing that in mind, are we talking about how many people and in what kind of proximity are the conditions in the bar across the street?
Well, it's not a bunch of people. It's not a ton of people, but it's enough to be concerned about, like what the fuck is going on over here?
Yeah, even over here.
And why aren't these people in quarantine like they're supposed to be? Everybody else is. Bourbon Street is a fucking ghost town. My street is a ghost town. Like, bro, you know what my balcony looks like?
Yeah, he showed me today.
On Friday night, on a random Friday night, you can have, obviously, a bunch of slop, because you have to realize people come to New Orleans for the expressed purpose to get fucked up.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
So on any given Friday, bro, on any given Tuesday, okay, these people are down here getting fucking slop, and you can see it, and I dare call my area the quiet. Excuse me. I'm not going to live in fear. I'm not going to live my life in this bubble that the media and everything creates for everyone, which is why the streets are closed. You understand what I'm saying? That's why they are. They're closed because the media has gotten so intertwined with the people and their thoughts, and everything is coronavirus. And I stopped and play fucking Wally World, fucking Honky Lips, because I need because I got to get away from it. You know what I mean? I got to get away from it. And the sad thing is now we are resorting to getting away from those things like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy because you got to think. All of the fucking news is, bro, it's just like all of those apocalyptic movies, bro. Have you ever seen Miracle Mile?
I've never seen Miracle Mile.
Oh my God. Miracle Mile is the greatest apocalyptic movie ever.
Really?
Because there's this one guy, he's hanging out and he's trying to get a chick, and the chick actually likes him that he's talking to. And then, God forbid, the dude is finally having a great day, right?
Yeah.
And he goes to a phone booth that's ringing randomly, and the phone booth, the guy on the phone, when he picks up the phone, he's like, "Yo, the world's gonna end in like 20 minutes." and he's 20 minutes away from like death, you know. And like, this is his day. Like, he's
like the only one who knows.
He's done everything right, and now he's walking down the street, and the fucking piano falls on his head. That's exactly what happens.
Jeez. Okay. Well, now I don't have to see the movie, but that sounds crazy.
Mm.
Well, listen.
You should actually see the movie because you'd love the soundtrack. The soundtrack's killer.
Oh, well, that's something that everyone should know about Nigel right now. Like, okay, we're talking serious talk, but like, let's have some fun because like, Nigel, if you didn't know, is like one of the most is the word audiophile. He can hear something, he retains it. He's a scholar of music and sound.
Is that like a pedophile
for sound? I would think so.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it doesn't have to. I mean, it doesn't have to be creepy to like something.
You're kind of right.
Yeah, it can be creepy too. Right. Yeah, that's kind of what I mean. It's that's not how the expression works. It's a perfectly innocent. What? Say what?
If it's one thing that's cool to be creepy about is music.
Yes. I mean, that's what I'm saying. But that isn't what I'm saying. It's just an expression. But the idea is that of all the Nigel doesn't just stop with like all of the jazz records that you never heard of, or the fusion records, or the funk records, soul records, like any records. Except like the prog rock, you don't go over there with me, and that's.
No, you know what, bro? Yes, bro, I've been in the yes.
Yes,
is my shit right now, bro. Yes,
I have been waiting to hear. Yeah, dude, I've been saying this.
Are you serious, bro? Have we not had the yes rage ever?
Never.
Really?
Like Close to the Edge. You do songs like that,
bro. That's my shit.
Wait, hold on 1 second. I think I can get D vibes on this. Hold on.
There we go.
D vibes, Nige. I don't think Nige is here anymore. I think we just got D vibes. Wait, Nige, you're there too.
Hello.
Yo, bro.
Here we go.
Yo.
See?
There it is. Just like I planned it.
See, we out here in the streets.
Well, I mean, we ain't out here in the streets because we need to be staying around at home.
Yeah.
Yeah, we on quarantine. Quentin Quarantino.
Quentin Quarantino.
Yes.
Quentin Quarantino, bro.
Nigel always wins this game. I mean, he's very good at it.
Yeah, you can't see me, bro. I'm John Cena.
Oh, man. John Cena.
Again.
John Cena.
Yeah, and I think that's a crazy thing. By the way, shout out. I just think it's amazing that WrestleMania is going ahead as scheduled. This might be like Vince McMahon's,
Is it really going ahead?
Yeah, well, it's going ahead. They've been doing broadcasts from. They have a facility where they do their own, in-house training program. Has their own show that goes out of this like TV studio / mini performance space that they do their show from, and so they've been doing their regular slate of shows without a crowd and minimum crew from that location. So they're just going to keep going.
I actually saw some shit that suggested that on Twitter. I think it was something. It was crazy because it was nobody. It was. I think it was. Is Stone Cold Steve Austin still around?
Oh yeah.
He came back last week.
Yeah, because I think that's the clip that I saw. I saw the clip of him talking shit and to no audience. and it was just an arena. It was so funny. It was hilarious. And it was a meme attached to it, and I can't remember the meme because the meme was actually what made it funny.
Sure.
But I was just like, yo, this shit is fucking crazy. And they've canceled the basketball season, bro. They've canceled basketball.
Bro, I'm hurt.
Yeah, well, you know, bro, I'm hurt too.
I was so intent on coming back home and going to the fucking Pels games to go see Zion.
Yeah.
And fucking
he was finally healthy.
And he's finally healthy. So, but you know what? It's cool. It's cool because Shmeez will be happy because the Knicks have won more than they ever have, I think, this year. So they technically champions.
I mean, right. I mean, we're right. Since there is no champion, they're just as much champion as anyone else.
Right.
They have an equal piece of the title right now, the New York Knicks. I mean, that is going a long way for a silver lining, Nige.
Right. Well, I mean, you are correct about that.
Yeah.
You are definitely correct.
Oh, so I was just talking about earlier how let's get back to that. How like on top of like all the jazz records that you never even heard of that Nige has like gotten the every note in his mind, every note, because he will stare you in the eye and like play those notes into the back of your brain.
Yeah, I'll get you.
He will stab your soul.
I'll burn them into your soul.
And I know, and see that
I will duke you into submission.
Oh my goodness gracious!
There you go.
George Duke, he's talking about the greatest keyboardist. You could say that he's the greatest keyboard ever.
Yes.
I mean, I think Nigel would say that.
Well, I mean, I would of course say that because that's my shit. But if you really know the crew, you know he's one of like 5. And like the Fantastic Five is as follows: George Duke, Herbie Hancock, Chick Corea, Patrice Rushen,
and
Joe Sample.
Okay.
I think I would trade Chick for Bernie. I need a Bernie Worrell,
Yeah, I agree with that. I can see that, but Bernie's more in my top. Bernie's more in my top 10 because I look at him more as and don't get offended by this, but I look at him more as a I'm not auxiliary keyboard player, but he's a comprehensive cat.
Yeah, because he plays more colors than any of those other cats. Just like layers.
Yeah, I mean, if you bring like strict vocabulary into it, like okay, that's a hard thing to have to judge a cat like Bernie Worrell on, but it plays into it.
Right. Yeah. And him and like Lonnie Liston Smith and
Let's talk about keyboardists, guys. This is why we do what we do. The Butz Show has been going on for a long time. Not everyone is up to speed. It's amazing that not everyone in the world was a part of our radio show back when it was happening, because God knows we had so much fun doing it. But the truth is it's a show when we're all on together. It's just a bunch of guys talking about keyboardists, some keyboardists talking about keyboardists. Geeking out on
geeking the fuck out
on some jazz fusion and funk and keyboard playing. So let's go there. So let me finish. My original thought was that I'm going the long way for a segue, that Nigel knows movie soundtracks, folks. Nigel will tell you where all the jazz fusion cats play in the film world, not just on the back of a CTI record in 1976. Right.
Well, I was also talking about these CTI records.
Right.
They are fucking I don't know if you've ever heard the Wes Montgomery record. What is it? Down Here on the Ground. Well, there's Down Here on the Ground and there's A Day in the Life.
Yes. Yes to the second one. I probably have heard the other one.
Because the dude is a fucking he records with just one mic, bro. One mic. CTI.
Is that the secret?
I mean I mean, it's not really a secret.
Well, here's the thing is that, like, you know, that's where we're at right now. If it wasn't for this goddamn coronavirus, like, we've stumbled onto the secret of Nim over here. We can, like, live stream, you know what I'm saying? We can live stream,
What
like,
did you
live
say?
sound.
The Secret of Nim?
The Secret of Nim. It's a great
Yes.
movie. Yes, you remember that one?
Yes.
Yes.
See? That's what
Yeah.
I'm talking about.
So anyway, what are your top 5 soundtrack records, since we're talking about it?
Okay, my top 5 are... Let's see.
I already know one of them is.
In no particular...
Yeah.
What is it?
The Redford movie.
Yes. 3 Days in the Condor.
Condor. 3 Days
That's
of the Condor.
definitely one of them. And then there's another one that's called The Friends of Eddie Coyle. That's one of my favorite ones. And that's like, I would say not early. Well, 74, Dave Grusin.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's solid.
The Wiz.
Okay.
And there's a tie there because it's the Wiz, the record, and the play. If you've never heard the play soundtrack, there are 2 soundtracks that came out. Quincy's soundtrack for the movie that most people know, and then there's also the play version, which is Charlie Smalls. Luther Vandross is on it.
Okay.
Dee Dee Bridgewater is the original Glinda.
Right.
The Good Witch. Okay. And it is like really, if you take a listen to it, it's like it's the greatest. It really is. It and you have to listen to that before you listen to Quincy's joint, because it'll answer. You know, it's like when you read the book before you see the movie. You know, like all of the unanswered questions are within that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's fucking dope, bro. That's my shit.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think with the Nth Power, you did like a beautiful version of Home. I think that got released on like the first record or something like that.
Actually, that wasn't with the Nth Power. What
was that? Where did that come out?
No, that was just me. That was me in Bangor, Maine.
Wow, but what was okay? Maybe I'm thinking of the version of Feel You.
Is that around? That's around the time. That's that's around the time we did Die.
Yeah. Wait, I have the audio to that.
I fully have it too. Do you still have it?
Yeah, I mean, I can even like play that because it's funny.
You should play it. You should.
You know. Well, wait a minute. Actually, I didn't need to do it. I just did. So that was stupid of me.
Huh?
But, I'm figuring out the best ways to go about this. I'm rusty at this whole rig, and plus, the people don't know, like, because I wanted to keep my old radio show intact. Like, I use like a certain program, and to do the certain thing that where all my folders for all the old things I did. I wanted everything where it was. Like, I've never updated my operating system since Panther. You know, I'm running old tech here, and it's a real pain in the ass when it comes to like quarantine scenarios. You know, I can't run modern shit on my computer. So like, you know, not only are we in quarantine, but my computer is like back in 2006.
Yeah, mine is too. Mine is such a fucking asshole. I've been trying to do music on my shit all day, and I have to like restart my computer like every like hour and a half.
Damn.
Yeah, so you guys, let's talk about, I get into this with everybody. Let's talk about how, you guys are coping with being inside your own space. You know what I mean? Like, everyone's got their own solo rig. I'm getting into this because I've actually seen for myself what you were both working with, and you guys are just both working. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people are taking this time to make beats, and you guys can be counted among that number.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we trying to just work it out, bro.
All day.
I mean, there's nothing else to do.
Nothing else to do, really.
We're off the fucking clock, bro. Literally. Hey, you know what the fucked up shit is?
What's that?
I like prayed for time off. You know, I was like, I need some time off.
Didn't we all?
You know what I'm saying? Like, I needed a break. I need some. You know, I need a minute. And fucking, as soon as I did that, as fate would have it, you know, we have this fucking shit, and I have to sit in the house while this all is happening.
Yeah.
And it's fucking a pain in the ass, bro.
Yeah, I mean, you know, like this is it really hurts me because this is my vibe, you know what I mean? Like if I don't have a gig, like I'm happy to like be home. I'll stay up all night. You know what I mean? I'll watch cable. Like I'm happy not to deal with the outside world. You know what I mean? And it's like thankfully I've been busy enough that I haven't gotten into any long stretches like that, but it's not as if I haven't done them. And the crazy thing about it is like I almost welcomed them back in the day, you know, like, oh yeah, let me like just not see anybody. Let me like, you know, sleep for 2 days if I feel like it. Let me just bury you know, there are places that I can go to cope that other people know nothing about. But with all that being said, it's like, well, now I finally we all got that break, and it's just like it's not the way we wanted it, dude. This is not.
It's not. Because you got to think of it. Yeah, think of it like this, bro. Your entire spring is fucked up.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, man. I feel that, dude. Every gig I thought I had is
fucked up.
Yeah, it's gone. It's gone, and I'll be lucky to get anything. Like May is gone. I think May is gone.
Bro, do you realize how much it's going to affect New Orleans? So Jazz Fest,
yes,
has been postponed.
And let me and I want you to talk about this, but I just want everyone to know that, like, please bear in mind that I'm talking to Nigel Hall, keyboardist, lives in New Orleans. The life of a New Orleans musician during Jazz Fest is just it's unbelievable. I mean, the amount of appearances, shows, gigs, the action for a guy like Nigel during Jazz Fest is supposed to be now, folks.
Right.
And that's just wanted to catch him up. Mind the audio in the background. It just got loud for a second for some reason.
You got it?
Yeah, I think we're good. But so I don't mean to having brought them up to speed that way. Go on. So it's been postponed, you were saying.
Yeah, it's been postponed until fucking October.
Right.
And that's going to be weird. You realize how weird it's going to be that Frankie Beverly is not going to be fucking shutting New Orleans down in April? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's going to be fucking crazy.
Well, yeah, because tradition and like the calendar and how everything works in New Orleans is very much like rooted into the calendar. It's all this. It's all tradition. Like every weekend practically.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, because there's things that I find out about different crews and clubs and all the different subcultures of cultures that get together in societies and people who do specific parades that you never heard of. There's just so much that gets affected down there as far as tradition and culture, and that's something to mourn because I don't know if anyone really knows. But, it's one of the few places in the country that has its own real culture to it. And that's why
the only place.
The only place. And that was the real tragedy of Katrina is that, it put all that at death's door. And it's, here we are just a few years later and everyone's like fighting for their own, safety. But, right now the culture of New Orleans is also again in jeopardy. I mean, I don't think it's going to stop it too badly, but shit, it's a definite out in the street sort of town. So, I mean, no one could really be affected as much as, the regular people in New Orleans. And it's bad there right now.
Well, I mean, I think like I said, I think we're number 3.
Yeah.
At this point. And, it's just it's crazy. It's just crazy to know that there's like a virus that's going on out in the world that could fucking kill you. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's a virus that is
If you don't
definitely
come
killing.
home
It's
and
definitely
wash your
killing
fucking
people.
hands. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So we have to stay on that at times because we're all still processing it. We're all still coming to terms. We're all still wondering: Are we doing enough? Are we reacting enough?
Right.
You know, like is there something we could be doing more of to help? I think that's an important question that people need to ask themselves.
You know what?
It's a tough question.
In the words of my friend James Casey, wash your fucking hands.
Wash your fucking hands.
Listen, and in the words of Red Fox, wash your ass.
Wash your ass.
It's real simple. Wash your ass.
Yeah, man.
Here we go.
Is D-Vibe still on? Is Vibe still on line?
I'm still here, man.
You can't hear him?
Well,
Is Vibe still there?
You can't hear him. Hold
You
on.
hear me?
I'm going to call you guys both back, and maybe it'll work better this time.
All right.
All right. All right, let's try that. That's weird. They couldn't hear each other. I never heard of that. Yeah, we can hear him. It's crazy. All right. Well, here we go. Let's get him back. Yeah, there's a little tech issues tonight. You know, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
Yeah. Vibes?
Vibe now? There he is.
All right.
Hey, Vibes.
The band is back together. Go ahead.
Hey, Vibe.
yo.
I'm trying to get a keytar,
Yes,
man.
sir. What up, bro? Come on, bro. I mean, I have the Roland accent, which is cool. They just came out with the new Roland accent. It's like red and black. The Korg keytar that I have, the RKS 100, is a great one too, bro. Can you hook those up to other keyboards and slave them? Oh hell yeah, yeah, bro.
That's the whole
Bro,
point.
You can use it as a sound. Like the boards I got are analog,
Right.
so they have sounds on them. But I can also use them as a head and control, like as a controller.
Right.
Through any sound. Like I even make sounds for my guitar, bro.
Oh, that's what's up. And you can save them?
Yeah, you can make them, you can save them, and like you can have like all your own patches. Like I made my own Rhodes, I got clav. Like the organ sound on the Roland one sounds like fucking sick. But,
That's dope.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
See, because I'm okay. So I hear you laughing, but that's
You gonna go for a walk?
I'm
Mike?
laughing because I'm agreeing with them. I just love it. I love synth talk. This is where I'm happy.
Yeah,
right
this
now.
is self-talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you want a guitar, and that only makes sense because like all of our heroes like were at their had their like widest swagger when they picked up during the guitar years.
Yeah, I think I'm at the point. I think I'm at the point in my career where I could use a guitar and dare someone to say something about it.
Right.
Hey, bro, I do it all the time.
Bro, it's
I
not.
do it all
Listen,
the
check
time.
this out.
I'm
It's
seeing
not-
it in my mind's eye right
see,
now, and
that's
I'm
what I
loving
love
it.
about you, Vibes, because you have this sort of innocence about you, where it's like, okay, listen, I don't fucking give a fuck. Okay,
I don't.
and
don't.
that's really how I've carried myself for so long. But I've also been, I've been coerced to not do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But now I'm on some fuck it, because if I come out front with the
Yo,
guitar
it's a rap. They scared, bro.
and go at Bloom or go at Zoidus or
They
go
scared.
at Phoenix, it's only gonna make the vibe better. It's only gonna make the vibe better, and it's on. You know what I'm saying? Like
I am
ain't
waiting for
scared
this.
of bitch, bro. I ain't scared.
Yo,
you know
they
what,
should be.
bro? A lot of people don't. They're scared of the guitar because they don't want to get chopped up.
That's what it is.
Exactly. Do you?
You chop me up with one hand, like
I'll tell you this story. I'll tell you this story. So I played in a band. I can't say who.
Okay.
I can't say what, but
All
I
right.
played in a band a while ago that wouldn't even think about letting me have a synthesizer, because the specific guitar player of this band knew that he would get cut the fuck up.
See?
Preach.
I'm not gonna say who because it don't really matter who.
Doesn't matter.
He was
Doesn't
going
matter
to
who.
cut the fuck up. Bro. He knew it. He felt it. He felt it in his spirit. He was like, "Boy, if we put a mini moog on backline, it's all over for me."
Yeah, you gotta let him know, man. You hired me to bring the shit. Don't be.
You see what I'm saying? You sought me out.
Exactly. So when I come with the fire, if you ain't ready, bro, you better go practice or some shit. It ain't my fault.
Yeah, well, this is a way. Also a way to get Nigel, out more. He's back behind the keyboard, and I think that's great.
And you know what?
We should probably talk about.
Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I love being back there. I love being on the top of Mount Rhodes. You know what I'm saying?
Mount Riggins.
Sometimes you gotta take it for a walk. You got you come out.
You gotta come out and talk about it for a second. You gotta testify unto the Lord.
Yeah, but can you imagine the grand irony that like when D Vibes is at the show and like can sit in when you go take a walk, it's like D Vibes sits in and you go play the guitar? I mean,
exactly.
That's wild.
Exactly.
Vibes is going to be like from behind the rig. He's going to be stroking his beard on that one.
Dude, he's going to know. He's already going to know.
Uh-oh. Because he's going to bring his own, and then like he's going to come out there like, well, no one else wants a piece. Vibes is ready. Vibes wants the smoke, Nigel. Vibes wants the smoke.
Okay.
Yeah.
He wants the smoke.
we gonna go, man. Dude, it's like it'd be like Hulk Hogan and the Macho Man, Randy Savage.
Oh, bro, please don't talk about Randy Savage right now. Do you know the kind of box that you're opening?
Oh boy,
right now.
Oh well,
like this is equivalent to the George Dick box.
Yeah, the Macho Man is like some serious stuff. But we were talking about
Randy Savage.
Yeah, the Macho Man, Randy Savage.
Oh yeah. Step into a Slim Jim.
Step into it. I mean, I was thinking of Randy today because I found it's all there. I mean, since you're on my Facebook page, I mean, you can probably go to my Facebook page. Even today, I posted like one of the most priceless gifts I ever saw. I saw the GIF and had to make a dedicated post for it, because it was, I'll explain the GIF. What I said about the GIF was like, if Macho Man, was alive today, I imagine this would be his opinion on social distancing or physical distancing, rather. I'm trying to make sure that we stay socially not distant. That's what this show is all about. So anyway, so like the GIF is essentially Mach saying, you may not like it, but accept it. But accept it, is what he says. You may not like it, but accept it.
The Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches to accept the truth or leave it alone.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Reverend Minister.
That's Reverend Farrakhan.
Not a fan. But you know that. But the funny thing is we love the titles. I respect the ornamentary cadence of all the titles.
Right.
Yeah. That's what I really like. But anyway.
It's great. It's really great to talk to you guys and hear that you guys are in good spirits.
Man,
yeah.
You too, bro. We miss you, man.
Yeah, man, I miss y'all too, man. I gotta come out to Denver, man, and like so I'm doing Schmeens' record. I'm gonna produce some stuff on Schmeens' record.
Oh, wonderful! And I love that you're producing Schmeens' record, and I love that Schmeens is making a record.
Yeah, Schmeens is making a record.
And I know D Vibes is gonna be all over that record because like D Vibes is like been like my like stand-in. For in so many places where I can't be, and one of them is like hanging out with Schmeens over there, and like Vibes is over there now. Like it's just great. He went back there, and they'll FaceTime me together. It's like the greatest, and they're working on beats over there, so I know that that's happening.
So me and Kraz, we just started this thing where we've been talking about doing this record, this like 80s record, and
interested.
Yeah, it's actually pretty cool. Like I did that Chaz Janko joint #1? It's from here another movie. It's from Weird Science, I think.
Weird Science.
Weird Science. Yeah. It's the one with that's the one with Val Kilmer, right?
That's Real Genius.
Real Genius. Excuse me, Real Genius.
Yes.
And that's actually where I first heard, what's the joint? Rule the World. That's the first time I ever heard Rule the World.
Oh, wow.
And it
That's
stayed
crazy.
with me. And I only knew it from that soundtrack.
Yeah, the soundtrack. See, we'll get with the soundtracks.
I only knew it from that soundtrack. And it was and like that's the other song that I got from it. And so I made this I don't know if you can hear it. Can I play it for you real quick? Let me see if I can play it.
Yeah, I'll turn this down.
Let's see.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Yeah. Bump that.
Hey.
Okay.
Woo. Oh yeah, this is the Howard Jones tune. Is that what it is? It's not Howard Jones. Who is this? Is that what you're saying? I love this song.
I gotta redo the vocal.
What is it? I give my heart just to be number one.
That's the one.
Yo, I
That's the
love
one.
that tune, man.
Dude, that song is so fucking sick, bro.
Dude, yes, and you know, like,
Dude,
what is it
okay,
about?
So now we're
Yeah.
getting into nerd shit.
Okay,
Now we're getting. Are we opening the nerd box?
we can
Open
yes.
the nerd box.
Open.
Open it. Open it.
Open.
Open it.
Yeah, so the you know, and that's kind of what it is. Like, there's '80s movies, and like I'm obsessed with some of these songs that just like tie these movies together. Soundtrack, like especially '80s soundtrack music. I like fake music about fake bands where they make fictional songs that are supposed to be like, you know, like the best songs in the world, but are far from it. But in a way,
Well,
they're
that's
way.
like-
In,
that's
but in a
like,
way, in a way, they're much better than the best songs in the world.
That's like making plans for Nigel. It's the same shit.
Yeah. Yeah. What was
Right?
that? What was that from again?
Spinal Tap.
Right. Right.
Oh,
Yeah. My.
yeah. I
goodness.
like that bass line on there, bro.
Yo, I should send it to you.
Yeah. Play that
Yeah,
again.
But you gotta hear.
Play a
you
little
gotta
more of
listen
that.
to-
Hit play again.
You gotta listen to the original. I should pull up the original.
I can pull up
So
the
you can
original. How about that?
Pull up the original.
Wait, who does it? What's the what?
His name is Chaz Jankel.
Chaz Jankel.
It's the most herbed out name of all time.
Chaz Jankel. Wait, I'm on it. Ladies and gentlemen, coming at you, Mr. Chaz. This is Chaz. Wait, I'm still. I'm having.
Two times from the top.
Chaz Jankel. Wait, that's. Oh, there really is a Chaz Jankel. With what is it? Glad to know you. Number one. Number one. Number one. Number one. Yeah. Oh, there he is, folks. Wait, I might even like be able to show like a little bit of this video. It's kind of cool. Wait, is this gonna work?
Ow.
Wait, why don't I? How come I not? How come I not hear it? How can I not hear? That doesn't make any sense. Oh wait, I know why. Because yeah, okay, that does make sense. You know, there's always an answer.
There's all.
All right, you can hear it here. Can you hear that through my headphone, Nigel?
I can hear it a little bit.
Number one is a hard time in the making.
Oh, yeah.
See, even cats. This is an important lesson to learn, folks. Even cats, like this dude, Chaz Jankel. Like, I'm going to show you what this guy looks like. All right.
Dude, he looks like a total fucking herb.
It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Okay? But, all right. So, even Chaz Jankel, okay, back in the day, was like the funkiest dude that you would ever see in 2020. All right? It's kind of something that's all right. All right, I think I can draw. I can get out of that for a second. But yeah.
As Tinkle.
Yeah.
Chaz,
And just for the listeners, I'm
imagine
instead
somebody trying to take you seriously
Yeah.
with a name like Chaz.
Chaz Jankel. Like you could have figured. I'm
It's like
sorry
you-
that we have to
it's
pick
like
on
you
this guy.
claiming to be a dope keyboard player and all you have is a Nord.
See,
That's like this dude. has
praise
no-
God, brother.
It's like this dude.
Come
has
on.
no- It's like this dude has no, nothing behind him. He's just fucking. Who is this guy?
Yeah.
You know?
Dude, I hate Nord keyboards, bro. I hate them.
No, you know what?
Every time I see one,
I
I'm
used
gonna
to-
smash one.
Listen,
Especially with the raggedy ass digital drawbars. Whew.
I heard about the one we smashed on Jam Cruise, but anyway, we won't
Oh.
talk about that.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I didn't have a Nord on Jam Cruise. I didn't play Nord. Did I play Nord? I didn't play Nord on Jam Cruise.
Wait, I think Nige is temporarily disconnected. All right, I'm going to cut out and call you both back right now. We've been doing that. Let's do it again. Oh, wait, there he's
we
back.
go.
He's
Sorry.
back.
There he goes.
Scott
There he
Bakula.
goes.
Scott Bakula.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. All right, so
Yeah.
What's happening?
yeah, that and we just talking this
Yeah.
shit. I don't know.
Talking broken
For those of you keeping score at home, I switched to a new sound bed. I chose. Wait, what happened? Wait, lost Nige. All right, now I'm definitely coming back to get him. All right, hold on. I think maybe we'll switch to phone. We're experimenting with different apps, and this one has its quirks. That I always say, an old-fashioned conference call, with the phone lines. Like we used to have phone lines. All right, here we go.
There we go.
Hey, you are
And we're
live.
back.
And we're back.
So
and we're back.
I just want to
We're
welcome
back.
everyone. I want to welcome
And we're
everyone
black.
back.
And we're black, y'all.
Yeah.
And we're black, y'all.
Black.
Blickety black, and I'm black, y'all.
Yes.
I'm blickety black, blickety black.
And yes, we're back, y'all, and this is the Butz Show on the Butz page, right? It's like same Butz page, same Butz broadcast, same Butz channel.
Is Lammy still working? Is Lammy still working the
Dude,
board?
this is why, Nigel. Like, I want to say, like, my grand dream is like, I'm gonna move to New Orleans. Like maybe in like 5 years, okay? And I'll be 50, okay? And when I'm 50 years old, you and me. Wait, we lost vibes now. Jesus.
Uh-oh.
All right. Well, for now, my dream. He's involved because till the end of time, if I'm ever going to do radio, you know the deal. He's won. He's with us now. Where you see us, you see him. Right.
Right. That's right. You
Yeah.
see us, you see me, you see Butz.
You see me, you see Nige, and you see D Vibes as well. So he's in.
Exactly.
He not everyone gets in there all the way there, but he's there. So he's there. What are you going to do? That's Vibes. And but what I'm trying to say is, when I'm 50, I'm coming to New Orleans, and we're going to do radio together. We're gonna do a radio show together one of these days, me and you, because you read my mind. You know what I mean? I was just about to
Dude,
shout
we're inside
Lammy
each
out,
other's
and
head.
you just went right for Lammy because it was time for Lammy.
It's time for Lammy. And Lammy's Baba Booey.
Yeah, he is. No, he's Fred. He's better than Fred. Like, Fred is like, yeah, he is all the way Fred, and I'm gonna turn him into like Fred version 2, like 2.0. Like we are, you know what? This is the coolest thing. Like, speaking of Fred, like we're just integrating the soundboard of effects into the rig, and he came up with this brilliant idea. Should I even put the idea on blast because it's a trade secret?
Yes.
But why not? Just because I'm so proud of his, ingenuity, like it's my own. You know what I mean?
That's
so I'm
good.
boasting about it like it's my own, but it's all Lammy. Like, I wanted to make something, find some method by which to have my sound clips, sound effects available to me. And he's like, hey, I'll set up multi-tracks, through live because we have audio, I think, going through like some sort of a something, and or he'll create an additional audio source and get them all individually mapped on this little Oxygen keyboard. So I'll be triggering sound effects with a synth controller.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? And like I'll keep it straight like it's a tune. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, that's like middle C. You know what I mean? Okay, this one, flat 3. You know what I mean? That's like damn it. You know what I mean? Like.
So we're about to do this let us teach thing.
Yeah.
I'm a little scared. Well, not necessarily scared, but I mean in the sense of like, I never knew theory.
Right.
Coming up.
I'm
and
feeling
I know
you.
that a lot of these people who are going to come to me,
right,
asking me questions are going to be asking me theory questions.
Sure.
And I have to try to figure out how to.
I can help you. Because I, as well, have had to consider this sort of thing. Because I, as well, am not a theory man. And, like, if someone wants a lesson from me on anything, like, I don't even know what I'm going to say. Oh, wait, what's going on? Did I lose everybody? Wait, here we go. All right, who's back? Wait, now I got D-Vibes and not Nige. This gets so confusing. All right, I'm going to just get them. We're going to keep doing that game. I'm back. All right, let's see. What do we got? Unbelievable.
Are we back?
Yeah, we're back.
Woo!
Are we all there?
Yeah, we're here.
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, there we go. We're all here.
Oh yeah, I never got to say. I believe like I had the sound bed was queued up to a Funky Space Reincarnation, of course, because I know that is a joint. I'm so wait maybe
that's our joint.
Where were we even, Lammy? What the hell was I talking about? Who even knows, dude? I mean, here's the thing, guys. We've been like, this isn't a joke. Like, I thought about it. Really hit me yesterday. Just what an undertaking that I'm doing right now. Just in the middle, like I'm already like borderline stable. You know what I'm saying? Like I keep it together, and that's why everyone respects me, because they can sort of see what I'm keeping at bay. Like it takes like a lot to sort of turn something normal into what I'm working with. Something that people can function in a social environment. You know what I'm saying? So like it feels like I've earned a lot of respect this way. But the fact is that when conditions get extreme, it becomes harder and harder to maintain a sense of normalcy mentally. Things are like every show that I show up for, I'm in less and less decent shape to be able to do it. It's like yesterday, like today, I felt like I needed to I took a shower a few hours ago, but I needed to take another shower before I got on air just to snap out of it, because like I feel like it's important to keep the lessons from The Hustler. You know what I mean? Like I remember there's a scene where they've been playing pool all night. Paul Newman is having a good run. Finally, he's been waiting his whole life to take it to Minnesota Fats, Jackie Gleason. He's been waiting his whole life to challenge Fats, and he's like, Fats, I got you tonight, and he's beating. I'm gonna beat you all up all over that table, and he does it. He's beating him. Yeah, he's beating him, and he's beating him, and he's beating him, and he's like, hey, Fats, you want to go some more? And he's like, kid, don't you think you've had enough? Like, maybe you want to quit while you're ahead. And he's like, Fats, I got your number. I could keep going. And so Fats is just like, all right, give me, all right, but give me a minute. And he's like, what's he doing? It's like he's.
Isn't there like a YouTube clip of that? I'm sure there's like a clip.
Oh,
of
it's
that.
a very famous. It's a very famous thing. So like, Fats takes a moment. He walks out of the room. All right, he goes into the bathroom, and he gives himself a shave. Like a slow, relaxed, after playing pool for like 36 hours straight or whatever it was, and gambling and losing. You know what I mean? He actually just takes a nice slow shave, relaxes, and like all the kids, all of his people, even though Fats has been losing all night, all of Fats' people are telling Newman, like, are you sure? Are you sure you want to do this? Like, because Fats walks back into the room like a pro and proceeds to get all of his money back and then some.
Right.
So sometimes, you need to freshen up, is all I'm saying. What?
Who was it against?
Oh, it's Paul Newman and Jackie Gleason.
Yes, Paul Newman and Jackie Gleason. That's right.
Yeah.
Because Jackie Gleason is my man from the toy.
Yes. U.S.
Sure. Yep, U.S.
U.S.
See, there's another soundtrack that I love.
Oh.
But you can't find it anywhere.
Really? Wait.
You can't find it anywhere.
Wait. Not even on YouTube, like the theme, the toy theme?
Nope.
I've found this before. Get out of here.
No, you can't find it.
Richard Pryor, the Toy intro song.
No, the intro song is Jeffrey Osborne.
I'm playing it.
What's the joint? Yeah, that's the intro. That's Jeffrey Osborne.
That's Jeffrey Osborne.
Yep.
See, this is what I'm talking
also
about.
is another song that I would love to do. I would love to do a version of that song.
There he is.
Because that shit is fucking, like, it's a dope shuffle. I might even do that.
You got time, bro.
But I have plenty of time. I have nothing but time.
There's the ending credits theme is the other thing that's available here. Does that mean anything to you?
Well, that's the one. Like, that's the best. That's the best.
Here it is. Oh, I know this one. Yeah.
Yeah. It's the one with Steve Gadd, Richard T.
Richard T. from Stuff.
Yes, vibes.
Bro, that dude is an animal. Keys, bro.
Yo, he's the dopest.
That dude is an animal, bro. He just flies. He flies under the radar, but he doesn't.
He's the
fly
king
under
of
the
the phaser roads.
Oh yeah.
Phasor.
Yes, he's the king.
That dude
Oh, what a
bad,
song!
bro.
I love you, Jack. I love you, Jack. I love you, Dad. I love you.
Y'all ever listen to Switch?
Oh, bro, that's my shit. It's Bobby DeBarge and fucking Jermaine Jackson produced that record. That whole record.
Jeez.
Dude,
Yeah,
are we going there right now?
Yes.
We gotta go to, cause bro, like I'm saying that because I want to hear you do like a cover of Love over and over again. Yeah.
I want. You know which one I want to do? I want to do Since We Are Lying Here all for the first time.
Yes.
You and I show me what to do.
Yeah.
That's my shit. No, I get the fuck out of here, bro. I'm about to play that shit right now. I'm about to play that shit right now.
Do it.
We are officially down the rabbit hole.
Yeah, see, this is exactly what I'm talking about. I just want to do this with you guys, like, on the air, period. You
That's
know?
all there is to do. We have plenty of time.
I mean, this is like, and it's really kind of weird that the world has to stop in order for this shit to happen. You know what I mean? But, like, it's happening. And, I should put out there that, like, these are crazy times, and the means by which artists are getting to the people are all being, all the existing means do not exist beyond, like, online record sales. And if there's anything that we can do, and you mentioned actually Lettuce, I should just say it. He mentioned Lettuce Teach. They launched a program where I believe through their website, through their online presence, you can contact them. They'll make it clear. You can go to their Facebook page for more information, or to their website, which is it Lettuce Funk?
Yes.
LettuceFunk.com.
LettuceFunk.com.
Yeah, that sounds about right. And there's a Facebook page. They're a band Lettuce. Maybe you heard of them. But you can look. Yeah, you can find that they've launched an initiative, Lettuce Teach, which is right now. You can actually get any sort of master class. You can pick your recipe, whether it be a vocal lesson from Nige, a key lesson from Nige. And Nige is telling you, like, he's not like like your jazz professor from Berkeley. Okay, so like, but when it comes down to it, like, you don't even know what you know. What I was going to say to you before is honestly just like, be proactive, like hit that head on and say, and figure out, this is what I can teach you. And there is a lot, there is a lot. So just give them that. They could say, hey, I want this. No, this is what I'm giving you.
Right. Exactly.
And this is the lesson.
I mean, this is.
I'm the teacher.
I'm here.
Yes.
I'm here.
Yes, exactly.
You
So you can pick your recipe with anyone in the band, and whether it be sax. I mean, I don't want Zoid
you guys to hold on for just 1 second.
Yeah, you got it. Like I can, so like if it's Zoidus, I don't know that he's going to actually, give you all the secrets of his saxophone synthesizer setup. He's not just going to give you all of his secrets, but he might, because now is the time that musicians will sell their secrets.
Yeah, not me.
Well, you can't sell D-Vibes a secret. That's just something that money can't buy.
Yeah. No. That's what's up. Yeah, I should definitely check that out, man. These cats are great musicians.
Right? Like, you should do something like that. I mean, you don't have, okay, fine. They'll probably, listen, no one wants to sit down and like, hey, Vibes, let me teach you something. So, like, maybe you do have to sort of like go through the Let Us Teach initiative.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Vibes. I think Nigel's, has muted himself. So I will know when he comes back on. But for the time being, you've been doing live streams.
Yeah, I did a couple today. I'm actually piecing together a little EP that I'm gonna drop. Just like some beats I've had laying around, some new beats I've been chopping up.
Yeah, the quarantine funk.
It's quarantine funk. It's gonna be. I got some funky joints on there. You know what's funny, Butz, is I always realize, bro, like as much as I love the funk, I keep writing these love songs, man.
Oh, well, yeah. I'm with you on that.
I don't know.
There's only so much. A funk is an exercise. Funk is funk, and it's important. Look, you know what it is? It's like you have to touch all the bases to hit a home run.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So when you're putting like a collection of music together, you really have to, mix it up. When you're making a set in a live set, you got to mix it up, and you hit them with, with lefts and rights and body shots, and then you knock them out.
Exactly. I love songs.
Man,
I love ballads.
It's something about like I've been watching Bootsy's Rubber Band live, and they do this song "Physical Love," and like, dude, the vocal arrangement.
Oh my God, that's my shit,
bro. Like I'm telling you, man. Like it's so clean, man. There's something about a good slow funk ballad.
You know who else is dope on that whole shit too? Is Skeet. Skeet is fucking murder.
Oh, bro, he's the man. There is Funkadelic live in in Houston. Yep. In Houston, bro, and he snaps. Like that's like the most wild and bass I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, bro, because he's on that Olympic too.
Oh,
whew.
An Olympic life. That's when everybody was trying to be Stanley.
Right. Gear mattered for a second there. Now everyone just wants like a jazz bass.
I mean, yeah. There's a lot of 5 strings going around.
As long as I don't see too many 6 strings, man.
Listen, I'm not gonna say no names, but it's a cat down here that plays 9-string bass, and I can't even look at him in the eye. Like I can't even look at him in the eye. And the fucked up shit is the fucked up shit is that he's so killing.
Right, of course.
Upright. Like he's killing on upright. You hear him on upright, he's fucking murdering. So you know he has the biggest thing. I'm gonna say.
Hello, you're breaking up, Nigel.
There's a fucking bass player who can't keep the pocket at all.
Come on, that's facts.
Mega facts.
It's always hard, man. Especially if you got a bass player and a drummer that just can't lock. Man.
Wait, how's that lighter working for you? I think I wouldn't go out in the street and buy and get something. I wouldn't go get another lighter if I was you. Like the day that we run out of lighters is a bad day. Wait, I lost Nige. I think he really had an issue there and had to like fix something. I'm gonna take a break. And I'm gonna play. Wait, hold on.
He's back.
He's back, but I'm gonna. Oh, wait. Somehow it like did it for me. Hey guys.
Yeah. Sorry about.
All right. Well, maybe I won't take a break, but I was contemplating taking a break because like I heard you with your lighter and I felt like smoking some pot, but I also have like music. Yeah, like I have like I was wondering if things because we got to play the stuff that like isn't like hasn't been like released in like a mass release. So I have that Other Side of Time collection, and that I think.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
What songs are on that?
Yeah. See. Yes. Let's look into that because I have that. I have a very good version of Everybody Wants to Rule the World, and these are all tunes that don't have popular
That actually
versions.
was the very first version of that.
Yeah, I really
very
thought
first
since we were talking about it that it would be cool to play the original version that you guys had put together of that song.
Yeah, you should play it.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to play it. I'm going to, mute your guys' audio feed for a minute. So take a break. I'll hit you back, and maybe I'll play a song or two, and I think we'll come back and just do a little bit more for the people. What do you think of that?
Cool. Sounds good.
All right,
Let's
thanks.
do it.
Stick around, guys. This song right here, like I said, written by Tears for Fears. One of the coolest arrangements I ever heard come out of my good friends in any combination. Here we go from an early recording of Nigel's. This is Everybody Wants to Rule the World. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the Michael Butler Quarantine Rage Radio. We're basically we're all up in here right now. It's been such a... I hope you actually enjoyed that last little block of music there. A couple randomly... oh, wow. Wow. Hold on. See, this is why I'm a little distracted right now. Okay, perfect. Wait, hold on. Okay, you know, things are happening here. Maybe I came back a little too quickly. I thought about creating another song, but I'm just ready to do this. I'm going to call all of these people, and we're just going to do this. I'll explain to you what's happening. Okay, so I have got everybody here. I've got Nigel Hall, I've got D-Vibes, and I've got Dex about to get on the plane to Melbourne, folks.
Oh, my God.
Tell us, Dex,
literally
explain to all of us.
on the plane right now.
Tell me, yeah, so real quick, your choice, Dex. Break it down.
Right
Literally walking through the door and giving the guy my ticket as I speak to you.
I guess we just have time because I didn't know what you had decided. I guess we have just enough time to have a safe trip, bro. And I'll see you on the other side. If you want to call us from the second you get down, please do. And be safe, my friend. See you in America.
Well, I am,
see you soon.
I got a quick second. Well, no. I'm not flying to the States right now. I'm flying to Melbourne at the moment.
Well, eventually you're going to get here, bro. You've begun the trip.
Nice.
You've begun.
Yeah, it's
better than me.
Dude, this is crazy, man. This is so crazy.
Can you tell me real quick, like, what it's like out there? What's the airport like in, where are you exactly?
Right now I'm in Brisbane. I just got onto the plane here over at the Brisbane airport, which is in Queensland. A lot of masks. Definitely a lot of masks on faces.
That's good to see.
Just a general, nobody really knows what the hell's going on, and you can kind of read it in everybody's vibe. They just closed everything down. None of the bars or restaurants at the airport are open. Every single bar and restaurant in Australia is closed as of noon today, which is 2.5 hours ago.
Wow. That's crazy. That's insane.
Yeah. I got to get on this flight sober, bro.
I mean, I don't think I don't know if I would be comfortable taking any trips right now without all of my faculties available. You need your head on a swivel right now, bro.
I got the head on the swivel. I just I still no word on whether or not I'm going to jump on the flight to the States tomorrow. What's the vibe there, man? It's got to be crazy, right?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy here, bro. It's crazy. It's nuts, man. It's like, everybody has to stay in their house. Like the French Quarter is like so quiet and empty. Like I feel like it's the apocalypse.
Oh, I can't even imagine what it's like in New Orleans right now.
It's fucking crazy.
Yeah. Good to hear your voice, Nigel.
Good to hear you too, man. How's everything? Everything good?
Yeah, everything's going good. Shit's a little crazy in the world, but I'm doing fine.
Hey, man, the world's all wrong, but I'm all right. There you go.
That's all it is right there.
Yeah, I mean, I know, right? Yeah, like, your other home, Dex. Most of the years since we did radio has been New Orleans. I know your thoughts are over there right now.
Yeah, everything. I mean, that's where all my shit is too. I want to get down there to check it out, but not right now. When I get back, I got to give it a little time.
Yeah, Dex is going into like deep quarantine for 14 days. The only contact with the outside world will be with this video cast.
Will they be right here with you fine listeners?
Dexy,
I have a friend of mine that's from Australia, and she said that anybody going to Australia has to deal with a 2-week quarantine off the top.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Well, as far as I know, as of Friday that just passed, the border's closed.
Yeah.
Yeah, like this is absolutely the last chance for like an American to without major complication, get the hell out of there. And for what it's worth, you took the chance. You're coming back to a shitstorm over here, Dexy, but it's our shitstorm, and we'll all face it together. So, like I said, we're going to hear from you on your trip, but hopefully you're back here in 48 hours, you know, and we'll be, you know, I just wish you the best of luck.
All right, yeah.
Be safe, my brother.
So basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get to Melbourne. I'm going to talk to the people at Qantas. I'm going to see what the options are.
Yes.
I'm going to see what the possibility of tomorrow's flight being canceled is. I'll get in touch with you, Buttsy. I'll give you a call. We'll chat it out because by the time you go live tomorrow, I'll either be in the air or I'll be in Australia for the foreseeable future.
Yeesh. I mean, yikes, bro! I wish you the best of luck, and I believe that now that you've begun this natural pattern of travel, the powers that be are going to see to it that you get the hell out of there. They don't need you stuck inside that country, and they know it. They're going to get you the hell out of there. So you're on the way the hell out. Initiate. That's a quote from Babylon 5, my favorite show. Someone says initiating. He said, Lanier, get us the hell out of here. And then he's like, initiating, get us the hell out of here maneuver.
Yeah.
Yes.
Punch it.
So yeah, exactly.
All right, guys. Well, I'll tune in and I'll keep listening as long as I can, and I'll give you a call later on, Buttsy, and let you know what the deal is, brother.
Thank you, man. Best of luck to you, and yes, let me know when you touch down.
Bro. Safe travels.
Yeah, cheers,
bro.
All right.
Mad love, D Vibes. Mad love, Nigel. You guys take care of yours, all right?
Absolutely, man. Take care, brother.
There he goes.
Peace. I'll see you on the other side.
Uncle Traveling Dex. Love you, Dex.
Dex is traveling.
Yeah. I mean, you know, and that's the funny thing.
Traveling.
I should say that I should explain a little bit. Like, we used to have a bit on the Dex and Butts radio program, which was that program. That's how it was pronounced. The Dex and Butts radio program. Not to be it was like a radio pogrom, you know what I mean? You know, that's how my grandmother used to refer to my room. That's a reference some people will get, and it's for those people. Right. Yeah, no, but we used to we used to do a lot of things. But you know, honestly, I just really am thinking about his safety and his return. So shout out to Dexter. Oh, right. So we had a bit.
I mean, I guess I should have asked him.
Yeah.
But what is he going there for?
Okay. Yeah. Well. To catch anyone up to speed, Dex has been working I mean, you know, it's not a secret. He's been working as like a stage manager for like a touring like pop-up park. And when I say pop-up, it's like mostly inflatable. It's this like bounce castle park that's in many parts. And Dex has cut his teeth being a stagehand for music shows. He has a lot of experience with that. And so being like a stage manager, managing like a set crew, he has that. He took that, and he's been managing this tour, and it's taken him all over the world, as well as he's been in Australia since December. And literally only about 3 or 4 days ago.
Has he been living there?
Yeah, he's been managing this park. That goes on tour. It's a set up park that you can pack up and move to another country. You know, and they set up in a location for like maybe even a couple months, and then just do their thing, and people come and they bring their families, and it's like it's a thing. He even took Crespo with him to as one of his staff to Saudi Arabia. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Yeah. So they were there for a while, and like I remember at the time, Dex was like, Buttsy, he was like, I'm afraid I'm going to say the wrong thing over there. You know what I mean? Because him and I know more than anyone. Yeah, more than anybody else. I know
anyone else?
Yeah,
in the world.
Yeah,
we know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That sometimes, he likes to say things. That's wwhy he's so good on the air. But on the air, people are ready, a little more ready for it.
He's a little bit of a less Jewish. My man, what's my man name? Larry David.
Yeah, I can see that. Well, because because when I asked him, especially like when it comes to these germs, because when I asked him, like, how do you rate your your own like approach? Like, how are you taking these new, are you staying sanitized? How would you grade your your response? And he's like, Butts, you know me. Right. He's like, I'm an A all the way. He's like,
and what does he say?
I'm an A all the way. He gave himself an A. He's using taking all of the precautions and then some to the other extreme. So I mean, I feel confident with him traveling. But geez Louise. Oh, so
that's the thing is I've done that flight many times before, and that is not an easy flight.
Right. Well, what he's doing is he's taking a little leg from Brisbane to Melbourne, and then he's got to kill like a half a day, and then his flight goes to L.A.
Wow.
Yeah.
So damn.
So that extra half a day factors into the travel time. Like it wasn't bad enough. He's got like a half a day layover in the middle of all this madness, and that's and for anyone who didn't catch this beforehand, that's what makes this so unusual is that there's actually a chance that he could fly into Melbourne and find out that his plane, his connecting plane, and he tried to go to make sure it was legit and still going on his schedule, but he couldn't get all the information that he needed. So he's going out there. The connecting flight could theoretically still be canceled, and they've closed the border.
Is he going to have a place to stay?
Well, that's the thing is that if he wants to stay there, he wants to stay in the other province where it's warm, and he's got a paradise picked out. And if the border closes now that he flew, if he flies across, all the borders are being closed between provinces. So now that he's on the other side, he just took the plane. Like if he wants to go back to his paradise, he could theoretically be cut off back from where he wanted to do his quarantine.
That is fucking crazy.
And he'll be stuck in more of a population center where it's cold, instead of alone in paradise.
Wow. And where is he going? He's going to Brisbane?
Well, if he's in Brisbane, he's flying to Melbourne. He's got to chill for like a half a day. And then, he gets on his flight to L.A., God willing. And once he's in L.A., he'll make it back east.
That is fucking crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Hey,
he had to decide whether or not he was even going to go forward with this because – honestly, like most of us thought that he should probably, just wait it out over there because what he described as like, an affordable paradise where no one is like something we are all dreaming of over here. But the one thing that you can't put any sort of value on as far as like you can't quantify is being home and what that means to you especially when shit hits the fan.
Well, that's what I was saying. Like when I was gone, I was over there for a month. I don't think I've ever been gone from my house on the road for more than 3 weeks. I think I did a month one time with In Power, and that was the hardest. That was because I started going crazy like 2 weeks in. 2 weeks, I'm ready to get away from all y'all motherfuckers. And depending on how I get there, depending on how I show up, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it may be the first 3 days, and I'm sick of everybody.
Right. Yeah.
So that's a huge factor of the traveling. And like I was there for a month, and we had been there, and we had done all these great gigs because everybody had been waiting for Lettuce to come to Europe. And we came to Europe, and we were crushing it. And it seemed like this whole shit had really started to hit home once we got to Copenhagen because they were like, this is the last gig that is happening in town tonight. This is it. And then Bo was like, okay, y'all what you want to do? You want to go home? Like, you know what I'm saying? So that was the big part of it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's mind blowing.
Nuts,
I'm enthralled right now. I'm just getting my. It's unbelievable to me, in particular, that so many of my closest friends are all in flights, like racing back to America. Like, I just went through this with all of you. Like, oh, my God, Trump made the fake announcement that, like, no one was coming in. It was
a fake announcement. We could have stayed.
Yeah.
Like, we could have stayed and finished our tour. We could have made the money.
Yo, but no, you couldn't because they were throwing you. They were sending you had to play Italy right after that.
No, we did Italy before that.
Oh, my gosh.
4 days of Italy. We canceled I had two. This is actually.
Well, that's right. So Italy was canceled, but you were still there. Right. Okay. Sorry.
This is a gangster story.
All right.
So we canceled Italy. We had 4 days in Italy. So we had 4 days off, right?
Yeah.
And I spent 2 days in Prague. Me and Zoidus got a fucking Airbnb in Prague. And it was so dope. It was just the dopest shit of all time. And then we had 2 days off in Vienna, which was even more killing, you know. And then, but by the time it came where we had to go back and play, and I was ready to sing again. Oh my God, my voice was so hot. I was on one for that tour. I was really on one. Like the first week was a little rough because I was trying to get acclimated, you know.
Right.
But after that, oh my God, I went on a fucking tear, bro. I was batting 1,000.
Yo, and that's
I was on some Big Poppy shit.
Yeah, I believe it. Like Poppy in the playoffs, like, you know, like
in the playoffs.
batting like, you know, batting like 1,003.
Yeah, just knocking them out of, knocking everything out of Fenway.
I think like they mathematically determined that like his on base percentage, he was getting on base like 1.5 times per every plate appearance.
One
and a half. Yes.
Poppy, bro.
Yeah, but I mean, so what I'm thinking is that, like, you know, it's going to be like that for music in general. Like, this break that we're having now is like, makes all those other breaks seem like nothing, you know. Honestly, this is like a real something that profoundly we're going to feel. Like, I don't even know if you saw this. I posted it. I shared it to a Barely Dead's family page, Barely Dead Family. Right. It's that clip that Michael McDonald put out the other day of him doing like a live stream singing the ballad I Shall Be Released.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it was something beautiful. And his sentiment that he shared, he did that, and I think he did like another tune. I didn't have time to check it out, but it was like a doobie tune. I think it was like...
Yo, Michael McDonald, bro. Michael McDonald is still singing everything in the original keys, bro.
Dude, he's never... I mean, he sounded as good as he ever has on this clip, and it's just in his room. It's really something special. Like if you go to, I would even put that on in the background, like from your side, or maybe I'll even put that on. I don't know. I'll put it on. Everyone put it on. It's there. Listen to him. You know.
Dude, he's actually really showing up, bro.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
He knows that there's fucking really good musicians out here. And he's trying to play with them all.
You know, I want to read what he says because I feel like it's some of the words that I needed. You know, and I feel like I want to put it out there. Like I need everyone to sort of like hear this. Like this is not a joke right now. Hold on, let me find this. I'm looking for it. You know, wait, hold on. There's D Vibes. I've been sharing a lot of stuff, so it's like, you know. Here we go. Yeah. Michael McDonald says, and I don't know if it'll even pick up the audio here, but it might.
Speaking of which, a real side note.
Yeah.
I think I have a recording of the interview that you did with Bobby Caldwell.
Oh, yeah.
Bro. And you sounded like me when I talked to George too.
Oh yeah, well, you know, not only was that the first Bobby Caldwell interview that I did, the second one was a little easier, but the first one I did was literally the first day I hosted my own show, and I started off with like a, you know, it's like I had Bobby Caldwell, but I had it like the minute I came on air. Okay, it was like the minute I came on air, even like 5 minutes, and like if any of you actually listened to my old show, you would know that I never came on time. You know what I mean? Like I said, even just getting, you know, out the door has always been an issue for me. Like even just if it's going upstairs during quarantine, it's just getting myself together takes a minute sometimes, and it's gonna be what it's gonna be, and that's like, you know, when asked,
be what it is, bro.
Yeah, and I've learned that about myself, so that is what it is. Yeah, but yeah. Anyway, I want to get back.
You have to keep that into account.
Yeah.
You know, it's gonna be what it is, man. And like that's what I say about this whole virus stuff, man. You know, if it's God's plan, then you gotta go with it. If God would never put you in a situation where he didn't think you could handle it, because then he wouldn't be God. What would be the purpose of his existence?
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
I get it. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the purpose is. I mean, I said this on the last show. It was kind of like, you know, in biblical times, it's like if we know anything about, you know, our Creator through the book, It would be that, like, when humanity goes astray, you know, he's been known to send some sort of plague or a tidal wave or some shit to, like, you know, say, hey, you know, like maybe, I don't know, you've gone astray. You've run amok.
You've run amok.
So, you know, so what I'm saying is like, and then
You've been hoodwinked.
You've been hoodwinked.
Bamboozled.
Say it.
Led astray.
Yes. Run amok.
Hoodwinked.
So
that's my favorite one.
Yeah. So I mean, and then you have to ask yourself, did we deserve a plague this week? And I don't know. Has humanity gone astray? Like, yeah, a little.
I mean, this is the test.
Yeah.
This is the ultimate test of life. You know, like, are we really going to get it? Is this the time where we're going to get it? Right. You know what I'm saying? Because this is the time where we should all be showing love to people. We should all be concerned about people. We should be concerned about our neighbor. We should be concerned about the people that we know and speak to on a regular basis, and maybe even don't speak to on a regular basis. You know, like, this is the time when we all need to show that we care something about something, because the people who are in charge don't fucking care. And the way that we resist is we lead by example. You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like, we lead by example. Like, this is real shit. You know, this is like, if anybody is into the Bible, this is Revelations. This is the start of it, at least. You know?
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. It's like, then you have to ask yourself, like, remember what was that, 2016? You know what I mean? When they started, when they raptured all of our heroes. It was like the creative power gave a little heads up. Like, some of my favorites, like, it's time to go.
Right.
Not to say that he doesn't love us all, but, like, you know, like I said, we are all here for a reason.
Right. We're all here for a reason. And when it's time for us to go, we won't be here.
Yeah, we tag off to the next round. You know, someone else is going to carry it forward.
There was a meme that I saw that if anyone has ever been to New Orleans, there's this place in New Orleans called Snake and Jake's, and it's a real slop. When you're sloppy, then you end up there. Like, it's like the champion slop bar, like this mini slop bar, but this is like top 2, and this is number 1.
Yeah.
And the meme is if you've ever sat on the couch at Snake and Jake's, coronavirus is the last thing you need to be worried about. And
oh my God, I know you're not lying.
That if anything like that is here, you know, the way that New Orleans is, if anything like that is here, then you don't get it one way or the other.
Right.
You know? But as long as you take the precaution, like, I've been in the house. I ain't been doing shit. You know, I've been in the house and I just been chilling and been making music and hanging out, eating, watching TV.
Yeah, and that's what you should be doing.
Operation Smoke and Sleep.
I have joined you on that. And then I do this show to keep my sanity, that I actually reach out to anyone, because honestly, like, I've been doing this show like an hour. Like, we're at an hour 45 minutes, bro. And the reason why that is because, like, I miss you, and I just, you know, like, we're hanging out right now. This is a hang.
Because it's us. It's us three. It's like the Three Musketeers.
Well, okay. Speaking of that, we lost Vibes a second ago, and I have to get him back. So thank you. And then I'll read Michael McDonald's inspiring quote. No, he's not. It says he's here, but he's not. He's not here.
I hear him.
He's not. It says reconnecting to Vibes. I don't hear him.
Help him.
Vibes? I don't hear him. Hold on. I'm just going to make this sound better, you know what I mean? Like, I think that's just the way to do it. Okay. I think this is the one. All right. D-Vibes. And Nige. There we go. All right. Thanks for sticking with us. We got Vibes.
Here we go.
There we go.
And there we got
Now
Nige.
we're back.
And we're back. So, yeah, because it's family style. Right. And now I wanted to share with you all the inspiring words from Michael McDonald. He says, keep the faith, everyone. Not being able to get out there and play in person for you and for you all only makes me infinitely more grateful for the audience that has supported us all these years. You're the most important part of the dreams that come true for guys like me.
That's awesome.
Yeah, may all your dreams come true in this life. And then he hashtags live from here, APM, whatever. I'm not sure what that means. One Man Garage Band, Michael McDonald.
Can you send me that link?
Yeah. Let me see if listen. We're like, now, how do you do that? I'll figure it out because I don't know that it's ultimately shareable this way. Oh, here we go. There we go.
Right.
Because it was like it was a post of a post, and I know this is thrilling to the listening audience, but look, we're taking time. We're taking the time that we need. Because, I think if it hasn't become, like, perfectly clear, we're being extremely selfish right now. I mean, I'm glad you're listening, but, like...
Very much.
This is not... We're just hanging out. I miss you guys, and this is what we have to do to hang out. I mean, okay, I got comments up here. If you guys want to join in on the hang, like, ask Nigel, D-Vibes, me. You can ask us any questions. I'm going to start answering questions. I think everything is updated.
Yeah, I'll have time to answer a couple questions.
Well, yeah, we'll answer a couple questions and then I'll wrap it up. You know what I mean? So maybe if anyone's still there and has made it with us this whole time, you can answer some questions. We'll answer a question. You're welcome for the hang. Okay, someone thanked us for the hang. But until
that Moog one.
What was that, Vibes?
The Moog one.
The Moog one.
The Moog one. Dude, that keyboard is the craziest thing.
I know, but
world,
it's well, I can't say that. We'll talk about that on an unencrypted conversation.
Gotcha. I don't know. I mean, there's keyboard guys out there. I would hope that some of these keyboard cats decided to tune into this show. I mean, if there's anything that I want to put out there, I think that's important. This is a safe place for keyboard players.
You know who my favorite keyboard player now is?
Who's that?
Is DJ Harrison.
Oh yeah, bro.
DJ Harrison is like my twin.
He's killing.
I need that motherfucker to get out of my head.
He's killing.
Yeah. Is that really so?
Yeah, Butcher Brown is on they're on a whole nother wavelength that's just fire.
Yeah, they're on a whole nother vibe, bro.
Yeah, I don't know if everyone knows, but Nigel's done a lot of music with them.
Actually, my next record that's coming out is going to be with me and Butcher Brown. Butcher Brown is the band.
Wow.
Ooh, there we go.
It is some very, very amazing stuff. We've taken some time on our off time to finish this stuff and finish this record, and we're looking very much forward to everyone hearing it because we put a lot of work into this, and I can't do anything else until this record is out. So I gotta, yeah.
I get it.
Basically,
I get it. Yo, I mean, honestly, I think I just hit the wall, right there. I felt it in the pit of my stomach, it was yo,
what?
Hitting the wall. I think I just got really hungry and it got distracting, and I'm and I just I'm high. I'm starting to slip. My mental acuity meter has dipped. I don't know. Maybe I just take a sip of water, and put some funk on it.
Well, it's all good. It's been real. It's like midnight over
here. Yeah. It's time, Nige, and I hate to have to say it, But
Oh, no, it's fine.
but we've got every day. Like I'm going on every day because it's like at the very least,
we can do this all over again tomorrow.
It's the most I can offer anyone. And I don't know where Lammy went, but if you wanted to make any donations, they'd be most appreciated. Lammy and I need sandwiches. That was what it was. The plea last night. It's like I'm hungry, he's hungry. Like we don't have any jobs right now. Like that's the truth. Like, and the only reason why I mention is I don't know how to make what I'm doing now, like put like a real monetary value under the circumstances. Nobody gets anything,
Right.
but it's like a science experiment. Like I'm going to absolutely go on every day that I'm fit and able, and that the tech works. Like I have a backup rig that we're tinkering. Yes, thank you. Someone told me to hydrate. I said I was gonna. Yeah. Damn, it's like it's crazy, but I'm going to keep going and I'm going to keep going. So, for that, maybe you can just like keep me fed. Help me eat. Help John eat. Johnny, if you want to put the Venmo up for the people. And Nige, the same is true. Like we're all like not exactly the wealthiest people, and everything that we just did to make money has all been canceled. So,
right.
There's going to be some relief you got to expect, but, like, I don't know about you, but, like, 1,000 Trump bucks ain't going to cover it.
I know. That's not.
What?
And,
I mean, is that a week?
Don't even get me started on that, because that's a whole nother hour we'll need to talk. And
well, then let's talk. Then let's talk, bro, because, like, shit. I got more sound beds here. Wait, this one's fierce. So this is the theme from the planets that I'm going to play behind us. Dexter Wansel. You know what I mean? If I'm about to drop that beat, you remember that one, Vibes?
Oh, that's my jam.
Well, I'm going to turn this one up for you because we need a wake-up call, damn it.
Yeah. Well,
I
love y'all.
You're out of here?
I love you guys. I love
you
y'all so much. And everybody listening, stay safe. Wash your fucking hands and wash your ass.
Wash your ass. Nigel, I love you.
I love you. Let's do it again tomorrow.
All right.
Tomorrow.
We're done.
Let's do it, bro. Love you, man.
Love you too.
Vibes.
Ladies and gentlemen, Nigel Hall. Woo!
Ooh, we out here.
D-Vibes. What a night, right?
What a night.
You have a good time? You chilling?
Yeah, I had a great time, bro.
What's on the agenda for the rest of the night? What are you watching TV, or are you gonna make some more music?
I'm gonna make some music, and then I'm gonna watch a little Rick and Morty.
Oh, word up! Yeah, that's a good idea. I am not up to date at all on the last season, and this is the time to get caught up, folks, on everything.
This is the time.
On the shit that you ain't even behind in. It's time to get caught up on that.
Yeah, man. Trying to shed, man. I think using this time to really shed.
Hey, I got a oh yeah, there it is. I see. I took a look. At BUTZ show. Split it with Lammy. I'm thinking I got to send you some sandwich money too, D-Vibes. I think you've earned like a sandwich or two. Right now we've made about enough for a sandwich or two, but it's cool. We're so happy. Like I literally went to the market today for the first time in like a week because I've just been skeeved out, as you can imagine. And I went in there and, I felt comfortable. The sandwich money I spent on actually, says it's sandwiches in quotes. What I really spent it on was, a big thing of oatmeal, some pure maple syrup, a couple things of coconut milk, and another thing of coffee. It's basically I'm gonna do breakfast because I'm trying to get up anytime I'm trying to eat. I don't know what's going on anymore. Yesterday I had 3 breakfasts.
Hey man, as long as you eating, that's good.
Yeah, but it wasn't all oatmeal. But now that I have a ton of oatmeal, I'm gonna eat a lot of oatmeal. But it's okay. I got a big thing of bananas. I got some snacks. I'll be okay for a little while. It's cool. We prepare for this sort of thing, but who could ever prepare for this sort of thing? I don't know. Today isn't the day that we go into detail. Where we do the John Lammy expose. You know what I mean? But, like, you know, this man, like, we're not going to get into his gigs right now, but, you know, he's got some pretty involved work, okay? Like, some of us, oh, yeah, what do you guys do? You know, sit around a jam space all day? Yeah, no. Yeah. This motherfucker's out touring the world, God damn you. So, you know, but we're not doing that shit right now. Nigel's sitting at home. At home. D-Vibes is at home. Yo, D-Vibes was touring the world. I saw him over here opening for G-Love and Special Sauce. Like, but, like, you know, we were all there. Lammy was there. I heard a story that, like, Nikki ran into Lammy at the airport. Like, everyone runs into Lammy. We ran into him there. It's like, dude, there's something's going on right now. It's like it's somebody trying to tell you something. You know, it's like, oh, yeah. And then he's got the Rhodes that sits right behind me that I wanted. And, like, I didn't even know that. You know what I mean? It's just, I didn't even know that. That it was that close to me this whole time.
That's such a beautiful story.
It is a beautiful story.
That road is crazy.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. I mean, there is nothing more beautiful than a Fender Rhodes. Fight me.
I agree.
Fight me. Vibes, I'm starving, so I'm gonna get into my rap down cadence. But you can join me because you know what time it is, and you know, hey, just anything you want to tell the folks before I get out of here.
Yeah, everybody, just keep your head up. It's gonna be all right. You know, just calm down and don't buy up all the grits, because that's what I need. Grits.
Heard that. You know, and on that, to that end, I'm really pissed off because, like, they had all the other oatmeal. But, like, my shit, the non-GMO Irish oatmeal that they the make in 3 minute, I don't know, they had some shit in a little can there, and it could have been the same shit, and it was the last one. You know what I mean? I probably should have got it, but, like, you know, I didn't want to deal because I didn't want to deal if it was like, you know, if I was wrong. You don't want to be stuck with the wrong food in the quarantine. Like, that's the kind of thing that will really, like, you know, that'll really get you, like, you know. I don't know. I was actually recounting this. This is an important lesson. I would actually recommend this movie. It's a great quarantine movie. This movie is The Edge. It's got Anthony Hopkins. It's got Alec Baldwin and perhaps, like, you know, one of his especially well-acted roles. And, you know, they talk about how the reason why, you know, Anthony Hopkins read in a book. What are you doing? Are you cooking breakfast again? What was all that?
I wish I was cooking breakfast.
I mean, you know, I got to surf, like, you know, like a 3-way conference call with, like, background noise. And me and Lammy are over here, like, dude, Lammy, like, every time he hears, like, a clink in the back, and that's why he's the best at what he does, because he hears that shit. You know what I mean? Every time he hears a clink, I see him, like, shimmy in his seat. He's like, it's like someone punched him in the gut. You know what I'm saying? So, like, stop clanging and clackling. Because I don't even know what I was saying anymore. It's all too funny. I'm getting out of here. All right? That's what it is. You know, and that's what we're talking about. My train of thought was a lot better the last 4 days. Day 5, we can see a little decay in Butz. But I took the shower before I came in here, so at least I came in, like, fresh. I'm feeling fresh. All right, here goes the outro music, guys. You know, wait, you can't wait. This will just put you in. I'll give you a little taste. Well, anyway, we've come to the end of the Michael Butler Quarantine Radio Program show. Live from Quarantine Studios, a.k.a. Lammy Sound Worldwide. Worldwide! Because we are broadcasting all over the world right now.
All over the world.
A world on lockdown! And if you don't consider it a world on lockdown, because it's not officially like, you know, tanks in the streets and everywhere, but some places the tanks are in the streets. But, you know, you should be thinking.
It's not gonna get that.
No, but it doesn't matter because we should be thinking in terms like, where are you going? You're staying home. You're staying home. We're all like locked down because we should be, because that's the best you can do for your fellow man is like stay out of there, is stay off the game board. As much as possible. This is like when you put all the pieces in the game board like away. You know what I mean? Put the game away. Put it back on the shelf. You know what I mean? You're in timeout. It's time to get some rest. So it's like, you know, relax. Wait, what happened to my sound there? I don't even know. Well, that's crazy. I lost my outro music, at least in my headphones.
Oh, man.
Well, I don't know how to end that way, D Vibes. I gotta like restart my program and like start it up just to play a track. I can't end that way. No, I it's already too late. I restarted my program. Actually, I know how to do this. I think if I know. Oh wait, there's also that way. There's so many ways. Okay, sorry. D Vibes, can you let the people know where they can see you? Do your you were talking about your Amazon Prime offers, exclusive offers. What can you tell the people?
Oh yeah, you can follow me on Spotify. Yeah, just type in D Vibes on the Groove. I'll pop right up. I'm gonna be doing some live streaming this week. May drop some new music as well, so you guys keep a lookout for that. Something to groove to and get your mind off of what's going on. Just know that everything's gonna be okay. Just everybody just stay put, stay still for a little bit. It's kind of like being grounded.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's like. Because we're in timeout because I think we made a mess, especially in this country. You can easily say that we made a mess of the response to the introduction of a virus like this into our continent. So we did not do, a very good job responding to it. And maybe it wasn't us, but it's not the first time other people had to sit in timeout because someone else got you into trouble. So that's kind of where we're at. We're all in timeout now. You know what I mean? It's because of the people who, didn't take this seriously enough, including our leaders. So for all of us, we'll continue to take it seriously. And I'm taking it so seriously that I'm doing everything I can to, take your mind off of things for a couple hours. And I think it's working for a couple of you, and I appreciate all the support you've given me, and especially you're giving me an opportunity to make it work for me and for D Vibes and Nigel tonight. And I know it's been important to Dex as he has been figuring out, as he's figuring out his options. He was all alone until a few days ago, and then we all showed up, and we showed him that he wasn't, and now he's coming home. For those concerned, of course he's going into quarantine for a couple weeks. We're all going to see to it that he does everything that needs to happen. I'm not done. There we go. Sorry. I had to restart the music vibes. You know how it goes.
Oh, yeah.
So, anyway. 3, 4. Thanks for tuning in, folks. I really appreciate it. Once again, you can, feel free to send a donation. I won't be mad. At Butz Show, Butz Show. Once again, Nigel Hall, my brother, thank you. Where you see him, you see me. You weren't on the phone, D Vibes, but where you see him, you see me, you see us three. Okay? You're as close to us as we are to our own skin.
Oh, yeah.
We love you, brother, and thank you always for joining me in all of these radio ventures, without even a second's thought. You're down for the cause, and that's why I love you more than any reason. One single reason: you are always down for the cause, and that cause is bringing the funk to the people. And what can you do? We're both on that quest. Keytar Nation for life.
Keytar Nation for life, bro.
Oh, and you see that? We got another member today. Nigel Hall is buying a keytar.
Yeah.
That came out of the conversation.
Yeah.
I highly recommend tuning in again and starting this all over again. I wonder, if there's anything I should, I was thinking originally that I might even play one of my favorite radio shows I ever did with Nigel after this. But, that I guess that can wait. Maybe I can do I'll figure out how to do a rerun. That might be the easiest way to take a day off. You know what I mean? I think I might, from my own computer, be able to air a rerun. I don't know, Lammy.
Oh, yeah.
Let's figure that out. I think we've got a project for the next couple hours, folks. That means we're not going crazy today. Take that, virus. D-Vibes, peace out.
Peace out, yo.
And later, folks.